Yo, what's going on, boys? So it's been a while since I've been, I guess, uploading to YouTube, just because I've been doing all my final exams for my university. Finally finished. I'm graduating next month, so right now I'm free as hell. So I'm going to be streaming daily, YouTube videos daily, just going to be grinding out some great content. And I thought, what better way than to do a player review that you probably haven't heard of. His name is Thgink9 or Thgink9, I call him. He's a Korean challenger player, currently ranked 8. The most interesting thing about it was this account was unranked a month ago. Unranked to rank 8 in a month on the Korean ladder without like a super account or anything like dueling and stuff like that, pretty much. Is almost unheard of. It's kind of Dopa-esque, so I've just been watching this guy play, and he's probably the most insane laner I've seen for a long time. I don't know who he is. Maybe he's like an undercover pro player. I don't know. But he's a 78% win rate on Zoe, 71% on Aurelia, 62% on LeBlanc. Today's gameplay will be a LeBlanc gameplay. In the future, I might actually do a Zoe as well because he's just that good on these champions. He's popping off. He's going like 20 plus kills against Korean pros. So, I don't know. I thought I might as well do a video on him, review some of his gameplay, and just let you guys know that this play is absolutely insane and a freak, and you should be looking at his, I guess, replays and stuff like I have to improve. So I guess without further ado, let's get into the gameplay today. Alright, so heading into the game now, guys, I just want to quickly look at his runes. He's running a pretty much stock standard LeBlanc rune page setup. You've got the Electrocute, you've got the Ultimate Hunter, which is really, really important on these assassins where, especially in the mid to late game where you're just ulting in, you're getting your burst off coming back, and it just gives you a little bit more mobility in the later stages of the game. Other thing is Transcendence. I mean, Transcendence really helps out to get you your CDR capped in the late game. With LeBlanc, you're going Ludens, so you're going to have 20% there, 10% from Transcendence, and 10% from Blue Buff is going to max you out. Sometimes on LeBlanc, you're going to be going for a Banshee's Veil, Hourglass, which is going to cap you out without the blue, but having 30% and above CDR on LeBlanc is so nice to have because you can W in, and when you pop back, I think the W's on a 2 or 3 second cooldown again, so you have so much mobility in the later stages of the game where you're just Wing in, looking for picks, coming back. Obviously going for sorcery as well. You're just grabbing that Scorch, sorry, you're just grabbing that Scorch for the early pressure because you want to be autoing as much as possible and trading, especially on these melee type champions. Just trying to set up kills. In this matchup, a complete solo kill is possible, but the most, I guess the most, what's the word I'm looking for? I guess plausible kill pressure is coming from the jungler in a 2v2. The Olaf wrapping around on a Galio with no cleanse is pretty much 100% a kill. So you're more so looking for that in this type of matchup. We'll see how he plays the early laning phase. Galio usually tries to look for a shove, so you might see Thgink just, yeah, so see how he W's there. Just take note, he's Wing, and this is on purpose, on the wave as well. So when he trades, the W hits the Galio, but it also hits the wave. And this is just to make sure the Galio can't stack a huge wave and shove him in early, which is probably one of the most annoying things on LeBlanc when you get shoved in. Your wave clear right now is actually, it's pretty shit, not gonna lie. So you're just gonna make sure every time you're using your W, you're not only looking for it on the opponent, but also on the wave to make sure that's shoved in. We'll see how he plays this early game out. I think level 3 is probably where you're gonna be looking for a kill or some type of setup with your jungler. Just grabbing those autos off. Auto as much as possible. If you're playing into Aurelia, Yasuo, any melee champion as ranged in the mid lane, guys, go up and auto, then pop back to drop the aggro, and then back up to auto again. Never let him freely just come in and just do what he likes in the wave. You're in control and you need to pressure. So Xin Zhao's looking for him here bot side. Lots of pings going out, I'm sure he knows. He's just gonna, I mean, you're playing LeBlanc, you just gotta make sure that you either save your W or just, I guess, position correctly. So right now, the wave's in a really nice negative spot. He can try and either deny or trade here. Pops in for the trade. He's running low on mana, but you got the Corrupting Potion to help out. And see this type of freeze right now? This is what you want to do. The first wave or two, it doesn't really matter if you shove in. But right now, from level 3 onwards, you're pretty much wanting to hold a freeze. So like right now, enemy has more minions than him. He's going to shove into him. You hold that and ping for your jungler to come. If you're playing LeBlanc, if you're playing Zoe, if you're playing anything with like CC in a 2v2, Twisted Fate, try and do this and ping out for your jungler to come. So Galio TP's back. He's going to try and unbreak this freeze. Gets a control wood. Pretty shitty buy, I'm not going to lie. Olaf's wrapping from top side. Galio still hasn't warded. I feel like he should have warded earlier. Baits it in. Galio's made a huge mistake here. LeBlanc set that up. Just know that that was set up through LeBlanc's wave management. It's a good wraparound by Olaf, but any jungler should be able to identify that as well without even pinging, to be honest. Now he's going to shove this in. Galio has no teleport. He's going to miss like a wave and a half with a cannon. This is the early game you need to have on these mid lane champions that have a lot of kill pressure early and a lot of CC. You need to be getting advantages early on things like LeBlanc, because if the game is just stale, if it's like 0-0, 10 minutes, Galio has his ult, it's really hard to actually have an impact on the map, because every time you roam, say you roam top, Galio ults, say you roam bot, Galio ults, he has a counter. But if you're getting kills and snowballing and ramping up the pressure and the tempo, it just makes your win condition so much easier before the game just stalls out, where the Galio has globals. This is exactly the same in things like TF. Gets a Doran's, get an Amp Tomb, and a Dark Seal. Dark Seal, guys. Always get Dark Seal. Waves in a perfect spot. He has a freeze if he needs it. This is what a lot of the Korean... If you're playing mid lane, guys, and you just come to the mid lane wave and shove, you get here and shove. You get here and shove. It's not going to get you sustainable advantages, because sometimes when you shove, you get ganked, and a lot of times the wave's going to reset for the opponent. So right now, the enemy minion wave is just destroying. It's just destroying your minion wave, so the Galio is missing all this farm. Not only is missing the farm, also now that the Galio, I guess, he still has flash, so he can probably escape a gank, but the Galio knows that they're probably looking for a 2v2. So the Galio a lot of times is going to give up the farm, you know what I mean? He's just going to give up the farm, give up the XP, and you're just going to keep snowballing your advantage. So he'll just let this wave sit. He should hit level 6 soon. It's going to shove back, actually, so we'll see how he plays it. No control wood out from LeBlanc. Hits level 6. The wave's shoving in. You probably see him hard shove this. Yeah. So when the wave's crashing, guys, there's no point taking it slow. Just hard shove it and then look for a roam. The Galio's under tower, so we'll see how he treats it. You have a lot of options here. You can invade, get some deep vision. Harass. He goes for the harass under tower option. And get some tower damage as well. Just know that you have a window of about 10-15 seconds where the Galio's under tower. So if you and your jungler want to do something, do it then. That's when you look for roams. That's when you look to get deep vision on the enemy buffs. For me right there, maybe I look to put a pink ward. I know the enemy red buff spawning. Maybe you put a pink ward there and look for a pick when he goes and does it. If you're playing things like Zed Talon, look for that. It's so good to try and pick off the enemy jungle. Some nice trades there. Like, just when you're playing LeBlanc, you just want to poke them. If you can poke them to about half, they're pretty much 100% dead the next time you look for a trade.
Killing spree.
Looks for a roam up here. This is free. Whoops, the shove top side. We'll see if he shoves it one more, and then... Alright, so he's going to hard shove that. We'll see what the Jax does. A lot of times the Jax wants to run mid here, clear one wave, and then they'll swap again. Many people in low elo don't do this, but you always see Apdo and stuff like that complain about people like... So right now, see, when I try and do this, my teammates don't know what the fuck's happening, and my top laner will spam ping me, okay? But you're doing it a favor. You're getting top lane, shoving in and trying to deny, and your top lane's going mid, picking up the waves that you're missing. If you're in low elo, I mean, I don't really recommend that in low elo, because if that played right there, if the Jax runs top and spams ping, then he's probably going to leave the game. He's probably going to leave the game, but it works out for him. He's got a massive... He got a 17 CS advantage, which is pretty much a kill. Lost chapter finally. This is where you're going to start really doing damage and really looking for, I guess, solo kills. I think solo kills are still kind of hard into the Galio. They're doable, but you're going to have to commit probably Ignite, maybe even Flash. Unless you can get some, like, pre-poke off. Yellow gets handed the blue. LeBlanc will know that whenever your enemy mid gets blue, just know that The enemy jungler just gifted it to him, so the jungler's bot side, right? So you can help your team out by pinging that. I'm not sure if you pinged, but that's a thing that you always need to be doing. Oh, this is pretty much the first big roam of the game for him. The problem with these type of roams is the Galio is just looking for that response. He picks up the kill, which is great. The Galio's a little bit late onto it. That Dark Seal's starting to stack. If you get 10 stacks on that Dark Seal, I would recommend on things like LeBlanc to upgrade to Soul Stealer. If you're like snowballing the game and the enemy has no guaranteed kill pressure on you. So if the enemy team has like, I would say Malzahar, I would say, what else? Zed or something like that, where it's like, if they decide to focus you, you'll probably die and you'll lose it. Don't go for the Soul Stealer. But a game like this, it's very hard for them to kill him. Very hard. Shoves mid again, roams. Shoves mid, roams. Zin knows. It's all watered, but it doesn't really matter. He's got time to kill. Probably W back, run back mid. Whenever you shove the wave, you have that time, guys. You shouldn't be sitting mid. You shouldn't be just like clear it and then you sit fucking under tower waiting for next wave. Start applying pressure, start moving around. Aurelia gets a double, he's popping off. Alright, this could be something here. That's a chain. Galio's killed. Should try and gift this to LeBlanc. Luff grabs it. Dark Seal slowly stacking. Get a little bit of tower damage, shove one more wave. Staying here, I mean, it's a pretty decent option if you've got enough gold for maybe a good base. Maybe Sork Shoes blasting. I don't think you'll have enough for Ludens, but I could be wrong. Oh, I think he picked up a kill bot and then went top. So you actually might have, it might be sitting on a lot of fucking gold. So you might just try and wait it out, we'll see. Most likely Sork Shoes. I pretty much go Sork Shoes 99% of the time on LeBlanc. When I don't go Sork Shoes, it's going to be Merc Treads into heavy CC comps. Ludens. Alright, here we go. Time to pop. Time to pop off. When you hit this Luden spike, you're doing damage. Also, just note that if you don't have enough gold for Ludens early, just buy Sorks, guys. You don't have to hard save up. Like, people like UCal actually will go Sork Shoes, sometimes even before Lost Chapter. They'll literally just Sork Shoes rush. If they have the gold, they'll grab it. Blue buff for the LeBlanc, of course. Korean junglers are fucking PogChamp, and you always get blues, which is great. Bot lane's dropped. See how the lane allocations get played. So Galley goes to the side lane. Swain's sitting mid, so he goes bot to pick up the farm. Do not. I know I say this a lot, but do not share farm with another carry in the game. Like, at all costs, try and get gold and experience solo. Key mistake I see in low elos. There'll be the mid, there'll be the 80 carry, there'll be the support just sitting mid clearing waves while a bot wave's crashing at a tower or something. Because no one knows, no one wants to go to the side lane. If you're the mid laner, just go to the side lane, dude. Who gives a fuck? A lot of people get like, they'll be like, I'm mid lane. This is my lane. Get out of my lane. But it's like, just go to the side lane, man. It's free farm. It's free XP. It's a win-win for you. You guys ignite. I think Galio's dead here.
Red team double kill.
Fuck, this is Aurelia, man. I hate Aurelia's always pop off. I ban Aurelia every game. Never once hit an Aurelia because I ban it. It's like my old Kha'Zix. Decides to go mid here to look for more skirmishes rather than shoving bot in for the tower. If this play doesn't work out, they don't get kills. Yeah, see, it works out really nicely. Oh, He burns flash. I actually don't think that was worth. I think if he shoved bot there for the tower, it would have been a better trade. Would have been more XP. And he ends up blowing that flash. And Rift is already down, so it's not really important. Sorks and blasting. You're going a Morello second. Always a Morello second. If you can get the Oblivion Orb, grab it. If you can't, blasting one. Sometimes I'll go Oblivion Orb into a death cap just to snowball it. Morello's like, the finish in Morello is good stats, but getting that pen and then just getting a bunch of AP is so nice, and you're gonna be blasting the squishies. But having a little bit of health here is actually not too bad of an option into things like Aurelia, where it's just gonna like, it's pretty much Q. If he gets 2 Q procs, you're like, what, 80% chunk? Looks like Aurelia's gonna go Wit's End as well, which is a pretty decent option. Jumps in that side lane. Always jumping in these side lanes, guys. A massive problem people have, especially in this meta. Like, I guarantee people in the chat will be like, people in the comments will be like, yeah, I can definitely relate. Where in this meta where there's so many kills and so many skirmishes, you'll find yourself just like, okay, why am I 100 farm at 20 minutes? It's because you just continuously commit for the fights. He's 10 CS per minute this game. Why is he 10 CS per minute? Because he's been committing to the side lanes. Oh shit. Is that a... I don't know about that trade. He's been making sure to grab the waves, then roam. Grab the waves, skirmish. Not the other way around. I say this all the time, and you really need to apply it to your own gameplay, guys, because I see a lot of people, they donate for GGs. They have 4 CS per minute every game, and it's like, bro, you can have 3,000 more gold in the mid game just by farming better. Just by picking up lanes. How many kills is 3,000 gold? Gotta hit that. Gotta hit that E. Oh yeah. Just watch how he plays this. Bops in, bops out. Bops in, bops out. Just always in and out on LeBlanc. And never staying too long. Never staying too long where you can get caught up. 10 stacks in that Dark Seal. It's... We see how he buys. Shove mid. Bot lane. Bot wave is pretty nice. He could probably tower here, shove bot, then reset, or he could just reset now and then bot. Yeah, bot lane. Nah, but this guy, guys, I've been watching for a little bit now, and he's probably one of the best pressure laners I've seen. He reminds me kind of he reminds me of Faker, to be honest. He just continuously pressures his lane. He has his champion pool is pretty strict. Like, he's strictly playing a lot of Zoe, a lot of LeBlanc, a lot of Aurelia. But I mean, they're the strongest champions right now, so why the hell not? Even the jungle camp, guys. This is how you get 10 CS per minute. It's not necessarily, like, people ask me, yo, should I work on my CSing? And it's like, it's not necessarily your CSing skills. It's your macro skills and where you're positioning, where you're laning. It's always awkward now. If you have the bot lane side and blues up, it's like, I need that blue buff, but I also need the bot lane farm. It'd be good if the Swain rotates. We'll see. Maybe the Jax is gonna switch. It's very hard to do this if you don't have challenger players, by the way. It's very hard to set up lane allocations with people who are bronze and probably still, like, that's one of the biggest difference between challenger players. Oh, you had ignite, brother. This mid game is so disgusting. 2 item LeBlanc, and if you're ahead of tempo, just walk in. Just walk in. Clowns. Just walk in. Get a pink wood. Try and clear it. And just look for picks. You can one-shot anything pretty much. He can even one-shot the tank, the Singed. He does have to be careful though, because the Aurelia 7-2 Triforce, Wit's End. she gonna be looking for some kills. And if she can get a shutdown, it's like right now, that's like a 1k gold shutdown or something ridiculous. What the hell is a Galligalio's dead? Got a cat here. Yep. See that right there is just, it's just dumb aggression is what I call it. There's smart aggression and dumb aggression. That aggression right there is just not worth it. You give a massive shutdown over to their carry. You pretty much give them like their one win condition. You say, okay, maybe you do have a chance. Very typical in Korean solo queue for the carries to just look for massive outplays, and sometimes it bites them in the ass, and sometimes they look like a fucking god. Gonna be going for a death cap next, it seems. Falling a little bit behind in farm now. Well, not to his lane opponent, but towards the clock. Just because of that death and because of the skirmish. Extended skirmishes right now are very common in the meta. And probably, oh no. Oh, I think he can get the... Needs to get the Aurelia. Needs to get the Aurelia. Ugh. These fights are so gross. It's probably the worst thing about LeBlanc in that once you've used your dash, you just have to wait and wait for the cooldown. This guy's LeBlanc is so freaking smooth. Close. The great thing about this game is the Jax is just sitting in a side lane farming, just shoving. It's so nice to have a Jax right now. Looks top. I mean, this kill's not worth very much, but the farm's probably worth almost as much as the kill. Seeing some pings towards Baron. I mean, Baron's weak as piss right now. They have no teleports. If it goes unchecked, they'll get it. If the Aurelia flanks, they are absolutely cooked. Yep. See, like these type of Baron attempts are very often, like they happen a lot in Korea. I remember a lot of my games where like that would happen. We would lose the Baron, and FF vote would go through as a success, and we'd lose the game. And you're just like, fucking hell. We played perfect up until one moment, and then it boom, all gone. 7-7 this Shen. I've seen this guy. He plays he's a Garen one trick in Korea. Hits that death cap. Jumping into the long lane. Usually, if you're jumping into the long lane, you're looking for whoever is clearing the wave. So he's going to be walking up looking for the Singed, clearing it. If you can make a pick on either the Singed or the jungler, it's probably going to be a free Baron. Yeah, oh my god. That sense of... Like, he knows exactly where the Singed is going to be and how to pick it. And he just plays it perfectly. Gets that, now he's going to have a perfect flank around. He's got to be careful here, though. If the enemy team collapses on him, it's Be pretty bad if they can get CC, but... Ooh. Just pop in, pop out. Oh shit, he has no... Okay. So clutch, man. Could blink back in, yep. Oh, smoke. Holy god. He ends up dying, but fucking hell. If he didn't, he blew a lot of the enemy team's abilities on him. And he was just juking in and out, in and out, in and out. Super hard to play into a good LeBlanc who knows exactly their W timers and when to blink back. Just want to see how they close it. He gets a Soul Stealer here. He has Flash up. He knows the next team fight probably going to be game. He doesn't really need to... He won't die if he doesn't want to. Like as I was saying earlier, on things like LeBlanc where you have like a massive choice of when and where to engage, and when like you can always, if you want to, you can literally just blink in, combo, blink out. Only ever go in when the enemy team CC's down. Like it's all onto you and how you want to play it. And gets a blasting, which is probably going to be into a void staff, into the singed. They all got MR, so it's extremely efficient there. Oh god, it's insane. Like watching this guy play, he always makes those type of plays there where he just knows exactly what the enemy team's going to do, and he looks for the picks. He does this on Aurelia and Zoe as well. It's really nice to watch. So when you're playing LeBlanc at this point, level 16, you just W in, you look for a combo and blink back, and you just slowly poke them, and then eventually you'll go for a lethal combo. But you'll probably go for 1 or 2 non-lethal combos before just to get the little bit of poke. Watch how he plays it. See on the outer skirts, like what I was saying before? Completely your choice, and he just sits way back on that team fight. Kills it, backs out.
Killing spree. Shut down.
Really controlling that clone. Oh, a bit of an overcommitment there. This team kind of fucks up in my opinion. I don't think they had enough damage to be honest. And the Aurelia gets a perfect engage. Grabs red, why not? Who else is going to take it? Swain's not. Get a little bit of health regen as well. No Zigelio's there. He can 100%, yeah, he can easily do it. Good night. Stupid bird. Puts him down. He's going to base here. He should have enough for a void. Full build at 27 is pretty disgusting. 17-2. Doesn't quite have enough for the elixir. Aurelia's down there, 1 carry. They should be fine. Oh shit, there should be a game here. If they just run it all down mid, they'll be able to end, I believe.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
Yep. So that's pretty much it for the review, guys. I mean, it's so nice to watch someone play actually in team. It's so nice to watch someone play LeBlanc like this. He plays a very, very good LeBlanc, Irelia, and Zoe. I may do a couple of other champions in the future, but if you like the review, drop a like and just comment, I guess, if there's any players you want me to review and just talk about their gameplay. So until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.